surface, heavy metal seems to be more rebellious than other forms of music. Is it?
Yes. Rock and roll is rebellion with no cause, just for its own sake. We won't please Mum and Dad America, you know. Well, I tell you what, Mum and Dad America has that.
Alla fine degli anni 70 l'heavy metal aveva bisogno di aiuto. I Kiss l'avevano contaminato con i loro film per la TV e i giocattoli, ma in quello stesso periodo una nuova razza di musicisti stava per dare nuova linfa al genere. Band come Motorhead, Girl School, Saxon, invece di testi cupi, proponevano storie di sbronze epocali e sesso ardito. Il metal era divertente, ma nessuno se la spassava più degli AC/DC.
People love AC/DC because of the atmosphere that they create. They're fun. They're just a barroom band playing on a giant stage with inflatable dolls.
The vibe was it was like lock up your daughters. We had that sort of image, you know, a bit kinky sometimes. I think they thought I was some sort of male stripper at some point.
La band fu fondata nel 73 a Sydney, in Australia, dai fratelli Angus e Malcolm Young. La sorella suggerì loro di adottare il nome AC/DC, che aveva visto scritto su una macchina da cucire, nonostante il significato fosse ambiguo.
We were in a taxi, and he said, "So what's the band called?" I said, AC/DC. Hey, you know what that means, don't you? You guys aren't all gay. I said, "What? You're looking for trouble, pal, you know?" He said, no, seriously, all the cab drivers say, you know, if you're bisexual, it's, you know, AC/DC, 50-50. We're going, oh, we better change the name.
Ma quel nome rimase e la fama degli AC/DC crebbe. Erano sguaiati, esuberanti. E il chitarrista saltellava sul palco vestito da scolaretto.
Not often you see a little guy with a guitar and shorts running around in the audience.
The great thing about Angus Young, this whole schoolboy shtick, is he represents this eternal youth in all of us.
Le buffonate di Angus Young erano lo sfondo perfetto per il cantante Bon Scott, la cui immagine di ragazzaccio aveva molta presa sul pubblico.
Bon was genuinely someone who would walk off stage, go to the bar, stand there, stand his round and talk to anybody. To me, one of the true great frontmen of rock and roll.
Nel 76 uscì High Voltage, il primo di molti album che divennero dei classici. Il gruppo si trasferì a Londra, dove però si sentì fuori luogo.
When AC/DC came to London, they were regarded as a punk band, unbelievably.
They looked different and they sounded different. And the punks felt that AC/DC could belong to them.
Gli AC/DC entrarono a far parte della corrente punk, la musica del momento, che tanto piaceva alla gioventù ribelle del Regno Unito.
Got to get out there and shove it down people's throats, your ideas.
In the late 70s, Britain was completely falling apart. The whole country was going on strike. There were pitched battles in the streets. So in this whole background, punk appeared.
Punk became very political. And metal was never really political.
It was rebellious, you know, upset your granny, and it was all great stuff.
Il punk sembrava fatto apposta per i titoli sensazionali e i tabloidi britannici lo adoravano. Il metal era improvvisamente sorpassato.
Suddenly everybody was in a punk band. You didn't even have to play a note. Just stand there making noise and shove a safety pin through your nostril.
had this mass exodus of all these musicians going over to join that kind of movement. There was nowhere really for rock and metal and blues artists to play.
Every metal band was like, woo, you know, what's all this about? Because record companies changed their thinking overnight, radio stations changed their thinking overnight, all the media magazines changed their thinking overnight, and metal became a dirty word.
Ma negli Stati Uniti un altro movimento musicale iniziava ad attirare su di sé l'attenzione.
Dude, I have to say, being a child in the 70s, I did not hate disco like when it first came out. You know, I mean, I'm sorry to say that, especially on this show. But but it got, you know, it got really old really quick. It wasn't metal.
Tuttavia la disco music attirò i Kiss, la cui credibilità era già compromessa. I fan dei Kiss si sentirono feriti oltre che insultati.
Kiss sold out in the worst possible way when they put a disco record out and cut their hair. It was heinous.
It's like if Batman all of a sudden started wearing a ballerina suit. Oh, damn, Batman! The Incredible Hulk started wearing a thong, you know? And tassels on his nipples.
We lost some fans because of that record. It was one of our biggest hits, but it was also one of our biggest blunders.
All'inizio degli anni '80 il metal dovette affrontare una crisi profonda. Ozzy Osbourne lasciò i Black Sabbath e la cultura degli eccessi costò la vita al cantante degli AC/DC Bon Scott e del batterista dei Led Zeppelin John Bonham. Quest'ultimo lutto causò lo scioglimento della leggendaria band.
There was no room for replacements. There was no room to have anybody. You know, that was secondary. The idea of continuing by sticking somebody else back there on the rostrum was just bad taste.
Il metal sembrava sul viale del tramonto.
It was a tough time for everybody in the metal world to try and, you know, cling on through those years. You know, what are we going to do here? How are we going to make this survive?
There was a concerted effort to kill it off. You know, this music is finished. You know, it's dead. It will never ever happen again. It's over.
That's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever.